guys, it's TheRamosOnline here. Now, I might be a little bit quiet when doing this because I have just woken up and I was like, you know what, the first thing I have to do today is record this battle. If you don't know who I'm battling, as you can see, his character name is Kobain. If you frequent Twitch, you'd know him as Chris Kobain. He is an awesome streamer. He's even on YouTube, so links in the doobly-doo. I'm not sure who I stole that from, but I know I stole it from someone. There you go, so go check him out. I will also make it so if you click on his character, it will take you to his Twitch and or his YouTube channel. His YouTube channel is really lacking in subscribers, so make sure you give him a subscribe if you've watched this video. He is very much deserving of it. He's an awesome battler, an awesome streamer, and an all-around awesome guy. So, he is bringing Sork, Zoroark, Ampharos, which is his Mega, Dotrio, Jellicent, and his mascot, Ramen the Tangrowth. I am bringing Pachirisu, my mascot, Fua the Furfro, Vanilla the Goodra, Euphemia the Gardevoir, Hanako the Floe, and Ursula the Eviolite Frillish. I am running two Eviolite users here, so really, it was more of like a... I think Cobain's team was more mixed UU, and mine was more mixed NU, because I think the only Pokemon that I had that were above NU was Vanilla, who is UU, and Gardevoir, who is OU right now, which is a little bit crazy, but I suppose its damage is insane when it Mega Evolves, so yeah, whatever. So this intro's been way too long. Let's dive straight into their battle, because this is an awesome battle. I still can't get over how amazing it went, especially towards the end. So Chris, thank you very much for this battle. Thank you very much for the opportunity. It was amazing. Kobain's issuing challenge sends out Seth Rollins, the Sork. Now, getting a bit of lag because I am recording this live and doing my voiceovers live. So I sent out Acorn the Pachirisu. He goes straight for the Earthquake, and he is quite sure this is going to kill, and it doesn't even get her down into the red. And after I eat my berry, I'm going to be back towards the, not quite in the green. It's actually starting to bug me now. Why is it lagging? Why is it lagging now for no reason? Anyway, I get off my Nuzzle. That is going to slow down this Scarf Sork quite a bit, and I just Volt Tackle out. There's no, Volt Switch out. There's no point in me staying in. That actually dealt a lot of damage, considering this is, a Pokemon with no offensive EVs at all. So I go into Fua because I know this thing is Scarfed, and he's Scarfed into Earthquake. He actually gets paralyzed, so I take no damage on that entry, and yep, he has to switch out into Mr. Pringles. He doesn't know what my Fua was going to do. I was going for a return. It was the only way I could deal any damage to that thing. So I'm now forced to switch out. I don't want to take a burn just yet because I don't want to reveal the rest. So I go back into Acorn. And as you can see, the lag is gone, so whatever. Acorn eats up that Will-O-Wisp. I am not worried about it at all. Now, I wasn't sure whether I just wanted to get damage on this thing or if I wanted to paralyze it as well. He ends up switching it out, which was I really should have gone for a Nuzzle, because I believe I go straight for the Volt Switch. He probably did that. He probably brought in Seth Rollins, expecting me to go for a Nuzzle to try and paralyze another Pokemon. And my Volt Switch is obviously not going to let that happen. So I go into Euphemia here. This is the best opportunity I have to Mega Evolve her, because Seth Rollins is slowed down. He doesn't want to switch into anything else. So I'm going to get this major physical threat out of the way already, which is always a good thing to happen. So as you can see, beautiful Euphemia gets on her ball gown and goes for the Moonblast. Now, I did have the option of going into Hanako and just Moonblasting so I wouldn't bring out my Gardevoir just yet. I decided now was a great time to bring the Gardevoir though. So it goes into Faustritch, which is the Dotrio, shiny. Look at that greenness. So I go back into Fua. I'm not going to want Euphemia to go down just yet, and Fua is going to eat up that Stab Brave Bird surprisingly well. I haven't got any of my boosts up, so this is hitting me raw. And as you can see, with no boosts, that's only going to do just under 80, or 79 damage, which is very decent considering Dotrio is very scary on the attack side. Oh dear, I'm a bit snotty. So it gets into a Ramen. So it is mascot versus mascot. Woohoo! Ramen versus Fua. Release a Furfro. I know I can't actually do anything to this, and I don't want him to knock off my Rocky Helmet. I want to keep that. So I go into Acorn, who will just eat up another attack. I go for a knockoff, and it does no damage. I have to say, when Chris puts up his half of the battle, I hope he puts up a highlight, because his reaction to my Pokemon, to Acorn taking damage this well was insane. It had me ruffling all over the place. It was amazing. So unfortunately, Acorn's going to go down here to a combination of attacking, burn damage, protect, and burn damage. So I go into Vanilla. I knew he was expecting the Ice Beam or the Flamethrower. I decided to go for the safer Ice Beam. I'm not sure why I thought it was safer, but that's what I was thinking at the time. Really should have gone for the Dragon Pulse, really. Would have been nice to get some damage on Ramen, because Ramen does carry that Regenerator, making him a very hard Pokemon to kill. Pringle's going to take no damage from that. Then I'm going to switch Vanilla out. I had a feeling this thing was going to want a Willow, so I didn't want that Willow going straight onto my essentially my special wall. She doesn't have any recovery, but insane special defense. Don't need the recovery. So I am going to let Euphemia take that burn. I thought that was okay because of her insane special defense. I went for Energy Ball expecting him to switch out. That was very bad. Because if he did carry the Zoroark, and I didn't want to go for the Psyshock. Because that would have been too obvious. And unfortunately, he is going to stay in, goes for the Hex, and does a lot of damage. I went for Energy Ball because I thought it would still do a lot of damage, more than Moonblast. I haven't run the calcs on that, so I'm not sure which one would have done more damage in the end. Euphemia is unfortunately going to go down to burn damage. So here's a good time for me to bring in Hanako. I don't mind Hanako getting burned because her special defense is almost as high as Vanilla. So I'm going to go for my Calm Mind. Start setting up because I know Pringles is going to want to stay in. And I believe Pringles goes for the Willow, but he missed, which is unfortunate for him. Why don't you pop? You don't stop, eh? Hey, you missed. So he's going to be forced to switch out. He doesn't want me to start setting up too much. Goes into Power Stretch. And I got greedy. I got a little bit too greedy. Went for a Calm Mind. And now, surprisingly, I think Hanako can take a Brave Bird from I forgot his name. Oh, wow. Trio. My brain is not working. I've just woken up. Get off my back. So I'm kind of forced to switch back into Fua here. I didn't have to, but I decided to do it anyway. Quite confident Hanako could have survived that. But I didn't want her taking all kinds of damage because she is very slow. So she'd get a kill on this thing, but then what? Then she died to the next one that came out. So he's actually going to withdraw the Foul Stretch here, which surprised me as he goes into the Ramen. Now, I went for the Sucker Punch because that would have either killed or got it very close to dying, and it would have died to its own recoil. So I am actually going to safely go for my rest, and just looking down at the screen, we're 18 turns in, 43 turns in the battle. Wow, we're not even halfway through this crazy ride. So he does go for his knockoff. Unfortunately, my Rocky Helmet is going to go off there. Nothing I could have done there, really. It's kind of forced to happen. So I go into Vanilla, expecting the Giga Drain, because Fua is obviously going to be weaker on the defensive side. So Vanilla can eat up special defensive. Wow, Brain, are you up there? I don't know if you are. Now here I knew the switch was coming, so I went for the T-Bolt, which is a very risky move. And I actually plays that pretty well. I get my Thunderbolt off on Mr. Pringles, and it does nothing. It does nothing, because Mr. Pringles is a special defense wall. Now, Vanilla has no investment, so taking that into consideration, she does deal a lot of damage. I went for the Dragon Pulse here, thinking maybe the stab will do more damage, and I couldn't quite tell what was doing more damage. Unfortunately, Mr. Pringles is going to be able to get off his recover, basically negating those last two turns. Very unfortunate for me, very fortunate for Chris. Recovering some health from his leftovers. So I decided to switch out here. And going into Fua, I was expecting the Will-O-Wisp now, so I wanted Fua, who was asleep, to eat that up. I find it funny, if something is asleep, you can't burn it. It's amazing. I don't get it. Pokemon logic. Gonna get some more lefties recovery, so Mr. Pringle is almost back at full health, basically negating everything I've done to it at this point. So I go into Hanako, who is pretty much my only hope for killing this thing with my Calm Mind boosts, etc. And then he gets into L'Oreal, his Ampharos. Gonna go straight for the Mega Evolution, and oh my god, hang on. what happens with live narration, guys. And if your nose doesn't agree, it doesn't agree. He's going to go for the Thunderbolt, taking me down to over half. I'm going to get off a Calm Mind. So yeah, that's my Calm Mind boost. So he outsped me there, but it turns out we were actually speed tied. Now at +1 super effective damage, that is unfortunately not going to be enough to kill. He is going to go for a Thunderbolt. I ended up dealing 48 damage. I miscalculated that. I thought he did less. I thought he did 38, so I went for the Wish. Oh my god, I wasted that. I wasted Hanako. No! So yeah, poor Hanako is going to drop down. Her flower died. So I had to go into Vanilla. I know Vanilla were outspeed because Vanilla is faster than Hanako. And this Dragon Pulse is going to kill. He stayed in because he didn't want me setting up. I'm not entirely sure what he meant by that. I don't think Gudri gets any good setup moves other than Acid Armor, but I don't carry the Acid Armor. So yeah. Hanako's Wish comes true, so at least it isn't in vain. Vanilla's now back at full health. Foulstretch comes back out. So I decided to go for the switch, but he goes for Pursuit, which caught me by surprise. If I knew the Pursuit was coming, I would have gone for the T-Bolt and just killed this thing straight away. I do get off the GUI though. So that thing is slowed down a little bit. So yeah, out comes Fua, who's been coming in and out a lot in this battle, and she still hasn't dropped down. So my defensive core is still alive, but so is Chris's, which is I think the main issue. Both defensive cores are still alive, and we're both just trying to break them. I, at this point, was already saying GG, because I had no way of breaking his defensive cores. At least, that's what I thought. So we go to the Leech onto Fua. I wanted to see what he was going to do, because I didn't want him to knock off my Assault Vest if he predicted the switch into Vanilla. So now he's gone for the Leech Shield I don't want to stay in. I am forced to go into Vanilla, even if he goes for the knockoff. I think it's actually what he goes for. No, he goes for the Giga Drain. Okay. And does, like, 9 damage, because Vanilla is so bulky. Now, I go for the Flamethrower. I go for the Flamethrower, and look at that damage. It was amazing. That was amazing damage. So he goes for the knockoff. It gets Vanilla down very low, 47 HP. Most people would consider a wall broken at this point, but no. People underestimate my Fur Throw and my Vanilla. Fua and Vanilla. So I go for the Dragon Pulse. I think I didn't put the switch because I moved first last time. I deal some nice damage. What's he gonna do? I forgot. He is... No, wait, no, okay, I guess he did... Yeah, he did switch, sorry. I'm brain derping. So I go for the Thunderbolt there. Get some nice damage off. That was it. I went for the Dragon Pulse because he was I expected the switch. He goes to the Scald, it does no damage. It does no damage. And it was a resisted hit though. So I go for the Thunderbolt again. Get him down even lower. He is now just trying to kill Vanilla. So he goes for the Hex, which is obviously stab and is not resisted. Nope, I survive. Because Vanilla is just so thick, even without the Assault Vest. So he has just wasted his wall trying to kill Vanilla. So there goes Pringles. Poor Pringles. One ship up. The fun don't stop, eh? Hey! Down Mr. Pringles goes. That was a very, very long battle between the walls. He goes into Foulstretch, but I know that isn't Foulstretch because it's full health. So I switch out. I go into Fua here, I think. No, I go into Ursula, sorry. Who has not shown her face at all in this battle. He goes for the Dark Pulse, that's going to deal a lot of damage to her. Takes her down to about 60%. He's going to go for another Dark Pulse, outspeeding of course. I just wanted to break the sash, really. So I go for the Nightshade. And I'm going to break that sash. Boom! Hey, as you can see, it was the Zoroark. As I predicted. Wasn't hard to predict. Come on, it was like, it was full health. I already knew Foulstretch was almost dead. Unfortunately, Ursula is going to faint here to that last Dark Pulse. So now I can bring in Fua. One of the reasons I did keep bringing it in and out while asleep is to get sleep turns. As you can see, he's going to go for Dark Pulse, dealing quite a hefty amount of damage, but I'm going to go for my return. I did wake up there, dealing some nice damage. Poor Shadow Fox taking a lot of damage there, and the Sucker Punch is going to finish it off. Now, this is where the battle kind of swayed in my favour. Chris practically had this battle in the bag, but he goes into foul stretch, and poor Chris, once he realised his mistake, I go for Sucker Punch, and he's going for Brave Birds. He's going to kill himself with the recoil. Once he realised that I had the Sucker Punch, and he forgot I had it somehow, poor guy, he was gutted. He basically would have won this, but that one misplay sealed the match for me. So Fuller goes down, but so does Foul Stretch, and then it is Ramen versus Vanilla, and I'm gonna get my Vanilla all up inside that Ramen. So I basically have free reign. I can go for Flamethrower, I can go for Ice Beam. If I had the Sludge Wave, I could have gone for that as well. And that is going to be the end of Ramen, the end of that battle. I take it home. That was fun. That was so much fun. I loved that fight. In the moment, it was amazing. Chris's reaction to Acorn taking no damage was just hilarious. And his reaction to realizing his misplay against Fua, it was heartbreaking. It was amazing. So Chris, thank you very much for that battle. Guys, viewers, if you haven't already, go check out his YouTube channel. Click his face. You'll take it straight to his YouTube channel, to his Twitch. Check him out. And I apologise for all the sniffing and the snivelling, but I have a blocked nose because I've just woken up and I think I have a cold, so, you know, whatever. So thank you guys for checking out the video, and I will see you lovely people in the next one, which could be whenever, who knows. How often do I update my YouTube these days? Blech. See ya!